Hi guys, Ghost Raven here, and welcome back to another episode of Skylines II. I hope you guys are doing well today. Please don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll bring you cool, dirty videos like this. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. We are jumping in pretty much where we left off the last time. Our port is up and running. We do have some ships coming in. We are working our way towards the next milestone here, where we transport goods by ship. And we are currently sitting at 2.5 million out of 10 million. So it is still a little bit further away. But there are some things that I would like to fix in the cities. The first thing is we have got to the milestone where we need to put in mail services and telecommunication services and internet and stuff like that. So we need to put in a mail, so a small post office. So if we have a look, I want to kind of put it kind of in the center of the city. So if we have a look here, we have some offices and we have some businesses. Okay, so we could probably get rid of what's going on in here. What is this? A large petrol station. So I think we can keep that, and then maybe we can keep this business here. Let's try and put this back so that it doesn't disappear. Okay, cool. So what we need is we need the post office. So I want to put in a small post office. So I want to put that in over here, and we need to put in telecommunications like a radio mast. So I want to put a radio mast in there, and I'm going to upgrade it. So what that does is that upgrades the circumference, so it makes it go further distance, and then also increases the bandwidth. So we want to do that on the side as well. So we want to have a look over here. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to probably run it over here, and I'm going to upgrade it. We are shy on some money, so I'm going to speed up the simulation so that we can get some money coming in. We only have 8,000, 10,000 now, so that's not great. There has been a patch, and they have included bicycles for the first time. So just like in City Skylines 1, we now have the ability to have bicycles and add bike paths in the city. The difference is this time is that you actually have to put parking for the bikes in the form of bike parking racks. So you get a bicycle stand, you get bicycle stands, you get a bicycle shelter, a parking area, a small bike shelter, large bike shelter. This is a storage, bicycle parking hall, large bicycle parking hall, and then underground parking facility. So we are just a bit shy on some cash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just let the simulation run on 3 speed. I do want to add another intersection in here. So let's just see if we can afford it. I want to probably put in something like, that's a little bit too big, so maybe just a smaller, so it's going to cost us 7,000, so we can actually put that in now. And then also what I want to do is I want to increase our electricity production. So there's quite a lot going on, but let's get the intersection going in first. So we're going to move this transformer station. I'm going to move it out to quite far out this way, and then I'm going to remove those for now. I'm going to remove 3 pieces of road from either side, and that should be enough for our intersection. So we're just going to eyeball it and just see if we can kind of get it in the middle. Okay, so it's another off-ramp for our highway users. So let's just give them the ability to be able to actually use it. So 2 into 1, let's keep it the same. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the slip lane and make sure that the slip lane comes into the main road, or the main section of the highway. So slip lane comes in over here. There we go. We can always increase that capacity if it gets a little bit too much. So now we have the ability to, we're still exporting electricity, and we've got our underground cable which is going all the way to our incineration plant. So what we want to do is we want to have a look at electricity exports. So we are exporting quite a lot of electricity at the moment, and we are making a bit of money from it. So if we have a look at our service trade, we're making 76,000 a month, which is actually really good. Government subsidies, the government's busy helping us out. The subsidies you can see are reducing. I think it depends on your financial situation and how much actual help they will give you. Okay, so let's look at adding some bicycles in. So just before we do, just want to check our capacity. So we are okay there. We are okay there, but we are very quickly sort of gaining more capacity. I'm going to move this petrol station or this medical center to the side like that. What that gives me the ability to do is actually bring in some of these roads, all these parking roads. So I'm going to take off these 2 snappings and I'm going to run it through this way. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but obviously the medical center is not going to help us going there. Remove the pedestrian crossings, remove the intersections, traffic lights. Okay, and I'm going to put in a park like I normally do. Okay, so I'm going to remove these 2 buildings. There's quite a lot of people that we've now kicked out of the city, but I'm going to replace it with the mixed use over here. So I'm going to add mixed use in like this. And I'm going to put in another park on this side. I'm just going to use a different one. Okay, and just do mixed use as well. I actually wanted to use this for bike parking, so I want to add the first bit of our bike parking, but I think what we need to do is we want to put the bike paths onto the roads. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to litter our entire city, just go through it methodically and just get our city ready for bike paths. You can even put them on these little roads as well, which is quite interesting. Can you do the slightly thicker ones? No, you can't. I don't know why this road hasn't got bike paths on it. Let's just quickly do that. Okay. So now if we go in, we zoom right in, you can see we've added bike paths basically to every single road. But you'll see there's not many people that will be using it, because at the moment there are some buildings that do have like bike racks and stuff attached to them. I'm sure we can spot one if we keep going through the area where the buildings are, maybe the offices and stuff like that. But at the moment, okay, so we don't really have any parking so for the bicycles, so that's basically the main issue. So I'm going to have 2 big parkings on this side, then I want to do the same thing on this side as well. So it's a problem because we have these high-rise buildings, but I actually don't mind getting rid of some people. So I'm going to kick out some people. Okay, and then this is just a regular. What we could probably do is we could probably now let's have a look. So we have got the mixed use on this side, doing quite nicely. We'll probably want some mixed use on this side as well, so that it'll be a little bit better for all the buildings over here. So this is quite a lot, so we're going to be kicking out quite a lot of businesses and stuff. It's quite a lot to do in one go, so it'll obviously reduce our income because we're not going to get the taxes from these people at the moment, and there is actually crime in that park, which is not great. Okay, but I'm going to prep it. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to mimic it exactly on this side. So if I'm going to go to the parking, I want to go to the bike parking. And it's a 3? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm going to put in bike parking over there and over there. Over there and over there. So we've got main 2 bike centers on this side. Probably get something close to the school as well. So I probably want to kick out some people over here as well. Okay, let's just see if that at least kicks it off. And then what I want to do as well is I want to create a district. So I'm going to use the district tool. If you guys have an idea of what I should call this district, you can drop it in the comments below, and I'll definitely take a look at it, and then we'll see which is the best one. And what we'll do is we will then add it to our city and rename this district. Okay, so for the moment, there are policies we're going to use. So bicycle traffic restriction, which is new. Cyclists are forbidden from riding on carriageways among vehicles traffic. Cyclists can use dedicated bicycle lanes and bicycle paths if available. This reduces traffic congestion caused by bicycles. So it's saying the bicycles don't use the roads. So there's 2 ways of doing that. You can actually go into the advanced tools and you can use this one, which is bicycle restriction. And you'll see that'll add these little icons on the roads, and that means the bikes aren't allowed to use these roads. But if I just take this off, If we do the policy, I would assume it does the same thing. So let's just run that policy. Okay, so electricity consumption for sure. This is banning heavy traffic, so we're not going to worry about that for now. Recycling, we're definitely going to do. Roadside parking fee, we're going to add, and then we're going to encourage urban cycling initiative, which is city promotes cycling as an alternative to private motoring. More citizens choose bicycles over private vehicles when traveling in the city. Cyclists also gain a minor health bonus, so we're going to add that as well. So it's encouraging people to start using the bicycles. Okay, and because we've now lost a whole bunch of people here, what I want to do is I want to go to the mixed use. I want to go to the southwest, and I want to just paint in that area so we can start getting some people that have been kicked out coming back in. Hopefully the buildings we've replaced with are a higher density, so these people have more than enough place. We can actually have a look at our population and we can see how many homeless people we've got. So we've actually got 96 homeless, which is not great. But these buildings are coming in, and this number should then start dropping down. They're already down to 28. And we don't want it to do this. Okay, so I've actually made a mistake here. Let's see if it'll do it by itself. I should have used a slightly bigger roads. Okay, so this also hasn't formed in properly. So let me just do this properly. Sorry, guys. So all the people that we just given homes to, we're now going to remove from the new homes. Okay, I just want to widen this parking. So you basically use one more lane, one more row, and then that fits our southwestern mixed use in perfectly. You'll see there'll be no spaces or anything spawning in weirdly. So you see, it'll just, it's perfect. Okay, so except for this side. Okay, so obviously if it does something like that, what you can do is you can just spawn it in and then paint it in, and you can control how it spawns in the buildings. That's absolutely perfect. Okay, so I don't think that's not obviously nearly enough bicycles and stuff like that, so we want to add a lot of that. But I want to jump to the port. So let's just have a look at our schools. So we are going to need to upgrade. Okay, and our high schools, we're getting close, so we need to just watch that carefully. We are starting to make some decent money now. But what I'd like to do is just see how our port is doing and just upgrade some of our port facilities and maybe add some more of these things. So if we look at our storage, we've actually got more than enough storage. We've got 4.8 out of 35 kilotons, which is a bunch load. So what we can do is we can get some more ships coming and going. And what that'll do is that'll increase the speed at which we are importing and exporting goods. So they're not going to be as busy, but at least there'll be more ships coming and going. And I think this episode I'd like to also look at the oil industry if possible. If we need to just level up once more, and then I can buy some tiles. And if we're able to buy some tiles, we can set up an oil industry. So hopefully that'll come about. And here's an abandoned building. So we need to just go in here and just remove this house and let it rebuild. Okay, so there's a little bit of space here. So let's see if we can add some more of this bicycle parking. Okay, and you can see that these roads are incorrect, so, or I don't know why there's nothing spawned in here actually. We might need to draw in this road again. No, it really does not like the spot over here. So that's fine. We can just drop in a park or something. Use that space. Maybe not something so big. Well, that'll kill it on that side completely. So, okay, let's kill that. Let that building spawn in, and then we'll just use something a little bit smaller. I think that's the way to go. Looks like it's not happy. There we go. It's quite a nice park. Fill up that space a little bit. Okay, so we have increased our shipping capacity. Let's bring in another row of roads on this side. We are starting to make a little bit of money, so we can spend a little bit on infrastructure. The reason why I'm going past is because I wanted the zoning to be perfect. I don't want any of these blocks to be messed up or anything like that, and that's the easiest way of doing it, is just overshooting a little bit, and then what we can do is we can start bringing in another row of low residential. Just shoot past a little bit. Just make sure that it keeps the blocks nice and tight. Then just delete. Go into advanced road tools and just remove the pedestrian crossings and the traffic lights. Put in some parks. Okay, so maybe we can put in some more bicycle things on this side, even though there's no bike lanes there yet. And we choose the southwest housing. We can just spawn in 2 rows of that. We could probably already move on to the next one, but what I want to do is I actually just want to put in the bicycle paths onto the roads. Okay, and we want to expand our district a little bit, just to include this new block here. Okay, let's have a look at our unemployment. I think we're still quite low. It's only 1.2%, which is very low. But what we can do is we can upgrade the density of these houses and upgrade the density of those houses. How are we doing on this side? So this is our medical center. Okay, we also we said we wanted to increase our capacity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade with solar, and I'm going to increase the blades. What is this? This is the advanced rotor system. It gives us more oomph. They've also added a slightly smaller wind turbine as well. I can show you it. Maybe we can add 2 to our city just to see what it looks like. So if we go to wind power now, you can see they've added this windmill, and they've added a smaller transformer station as well, which is a lot smaller. And then they've got the small turbines. So small turbines, 0 to 4 megawatts, 2,500 upkeep, where it's 3,700, and 0 to 6. So, but the actual the space that it takes up is much less, so you could probably fit in quite a few if you wanted to. Just going to add 4 for now. See if there's any upgrades to it. Doesn't seem like it. And then we want to just obviously hook up the electricity, so it's feeding that energy back into the grid. So our capacity is increasing and our export is increasing, so we're doing really nicely from that front. Okay, so I'd like to increase the density of this block over here, increase the density of this block over here, and bring in some more low residential on that side. Okay, so I'm going to just do this. Sorry guys. I wanted to see if anybody's actually using the bike paths yet. It's quite easy for them to walk, navigate the city, because it's very flat and it's very grid-like, so I mean the roads are quiet. We can obviously put in a bus route and stuff as well. Okay, so let's increase the capacity of this parking. See, there's a bike park here. Bike parking at least. So we've got 420 capacity and we've only got 7 parked bicycles, which is not great. Okay, so we do have a high school and we've got an elementary school. Elementary school was getting close to capacity. Our high school is getting close to capacity, and the only way we can increase capacity is by adding more of these buildings. So I might want to add like a row, see how many we can fit in. Gymnasium. Okay, so maybe we can actually just unlock some of the stuff. Large parks, sports parks, and I'm not going to worry about tourist attractions for now. So now we should be able to put in a gymnasium. Increases capacity and also makes people really happy. So that's a good upgrade. 10 outdoor recreation, and 3% well-being within 1 kilometer. That's really cool. Okay, so we did remove these guys, so maybe I want to add some more of this parking. Maybe just keep it a theme and make sure we've got plenty of bicycle parking just to encourage people to use the parking. And I'm going to use just the normal medium residential. Okay, and then I want to do the same thing on this side as well. Use capacity again. Okay, and maybe just put in another one of those bike stations. How many does it hold? It holds 60 vehicles, which is a lot. Okay, and the medium residential again. All we're doing is increasing capacity so more people can come and live in our city. And the reason why these buildings are getting abandoned because you probably find the rent's getting too high, so it's getting too expensive to have a small little house in a high valued area like that. Just make sure we overshoot a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna remove the intersections and stuff. Okay, let's add some parks. And then lower residential and the southwest. Okay, and that's going to bring quite a lot of people into the city. So I want to maybe just increase some of our port capacity. We don't really have very many of these barrels. Let's actually have a look and see. So we're only using 4.9 out of 35. So guys, we've actually got plenty of space. So there's no point in us adding any more storage at the moment. But how are we doing towards our milestone? So we almost, we've got about 960,000, 65,000 to go. So we're getting there quite nicely. Another abandoned building I don't like. Okay, it's definitely starting to look better. A lot of taxis because a lot of people are moving in. More people, so hopefully more people will use bicycles. Though I don't see anybody using a bicycle yet. Ah, we just reached a milestone. So we've got $1 million in the account. 1.4, almost 1.5 actually. But I don't see anybody anywhere on bicycles yet. Okay, so maybe we should go a little bit overboard and let's just add bicycle parking racks everywhere. So gives you 20 comfort, 10 comfort, 10 comfort. So these are just normal bike racks which are basically like outside schools and stuff. This is actually a sheltered rack. So I don't know which is better from a capacity perspective. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to probably have 10. Okay, I mean there's massive shelters over here. That's the elementary school, which we'll definitely need. So this is the outside of our elementary school, but I definitely want to put like a bus stop and stuff as well. I haven't even unlocked it yet. Okay, so let's put bicycles in. Let's put in like 4. Get people to encourage people to use it. Okay, and this is our high school. So you can see we have pathways and stuff coming out here. And then the main entrance is actually on this side. So what I want to do is spend a bit of money and I want to turn this around. Now the entrance is on this side. Okay, much better. And then probably going to have a bus station but we can do bicycle parking on this side. So let's just use some of these. What's the schools? A high school. So I don't know. Let's just use the normal ones. Okay, and then I was just thinking by some of the office buildings and stuff like that, but let's just fix our mail problem. So because it's this little mailbox or this little post office doesn't really have much range. So what you can do is you can extend the range by using the mailboxes. So what you can do is you can just sporadically add them to your city. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of capacity. So that little post office is probably going to battle to get all the way out here. And then one up by the farming area. And then definitely one in the port, guys. So that's port has access to mail. Telecommunications, we probably want to bring this into the port area as well. So if we just add one at the entrance. Increase capacity and range, and now our port should have internet. It does. How close to our next milestone? Oh, we have hit it, guys. We actually are 100,000 into the next one. So our next one is actually 30, which is a lot. There's 20. So this is a auxiliary gate. So it's another gate for somebody to be able to come in and out of your port. So I just need to remember, you need to go to the port and you need to, so if I just do something like this. You can see it's breaking for sure. It's really not great. Okay. Anyway, for now, I just want to add maybe a few more of these containers. We can probably bring in some more of these as well, so we can run them in a row. But these roads don't look very good. They look like they are not happy. No, it's really not nice. I don't like what's happening here. Okay, so let's try and maybe add some more of this storage. Ugh, it's really not great. Okay, let's just try and put another one in. I really don't like the fact that it's got a little bit of greenery there and there as well. So what we can use, we can just use anarchy, and what we can use, we can just paint this whole area in. It's actually the wrong color, it's slightly off. Doesn't really matter. And the same sort of thing with this. I don't really like this, so let's just add some of our own. So let's just try this one. we've taken some of the greens away. That's not looking too bad actually. How are we doing? We've increased capacity by quite a lot. But we are making our way, so we are 12 into 20. Our cash flow is looking really good. We're making 63. There are people that are wanting to move into our city. I want to know how our bikes are doing and if we have anybody actually cycling yet. Want somebody, there we go. Somebody's actually using a bicycle, guys. All the kids are going into school. So maybe this guy's on his way to school. Bike racks are actually quite full already. So at least they're being used. That's good to know. Not nearly enough capacity though. Where's our next big bike station? It's over here. So you can upgrade it, increase capacity for more bicycles and changing rooms. That's interesting. Interesting that this one is already full. $58 out of 80. Does it say we have enough yet? Okay, so our capacity is dropping. Must be honest, I do like the fact that you can upgrade them. Nobody's even using those yet. That's how bicycle racks are full on this side as well. Yeah, they are. There's even a little scooter here. That's awesome. That's really cool. I'm glad it's being used. So let's just see if the other one is slightly better capacity. Wonder how many we can end. Oh, maybe that's where our bus station is going to go. So let's add some on this side, I think. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So it's actually a lot more capacity than the other ones. We'd actually probably remove those little ones and use the bigger ones. Okay, so now we know what's got more capacity. So let's just add some bike bar stops and stuff just randomly around the city. So okay, I'm going to do the same thing coming down. I think we could probably add a proper biking station here. Nothing really going on in the center here. This is our police station. Maybe we can get our police officers to cycle to work. Work off all those donuts they eat all the time. How's the police station doing? It's actually doing okay. So basically, like, I'm overcompensating, but at least this is not the main road. Probably overkill. I'll just spread it out so people decide to use bicycles instead of doing anything else. Maybe we can get a bit more use out this way. It's a little bit of overkill. Oh wait, I didn't mean to delete the intersection, oh my word. Maybe get rid of this one as well. I think we need to increase the capacity of these ones, so let's just do that. Southwest medium density. There we go. And I don't think we need extra bike racks, but I just want to have too much capacity, so they don't really have much of an option but to use it. Also, when we have high capacity buildings and stuff like that, then we don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I don't want to do that. I want to do the low residential. Okay, I don't think our jobs are that much different. 2.2% unemployment. That's nothing, not great. Okay, so I hope our ambulance is going to come put this out. An ambulance, our fire station, our fire truck. There's our park that caught fire. I hope the kids are okay. Is there an ambulance? No. So it looks like they put out the fire before anybody got hurt. Well done to my emergency services. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe, and I will definitely catch you on the next one. I hope you have a good day. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.